Flight 593 had leveled off at 33,100 feet, or 10,100 meters, fully settled on its eastbound route. As the flight attendants finished serving dinner to everyone on board, the night fell, and, with 9 more hours to go, most passengers relaxed in their seats for the long overnight journey. The weather forecast had predicted a smooth and quiet ride all the way to Hong Kong, and there was no reason for concern. 4 hours into the flight, as Flight 593 was nearing the border with Mongolia, things were still quiet and routine inside the Airbus A310. Captain Danilov had left the flight deck to take his scheduled rest, while his first officer remained monitoring the flight with Captain Kudrinsky, the designated relief pilot. At this time, however, the 2 pilots were not alone in the flight deck. They were joined by another pilot from Aeroflot, who was flying as a passenger, as well as 2 teenagers. A proud dad, Captain Kudrinsky had taken his son and daughter, Eldar and Yana, along for the ride to Hong Kong and invited them to the flight deck for a visit. It was a violation to allow strangers inside the flight deck in and of itself. The cockpit, designed for only a handful of crew, was now crowded with 5 people, including 2 children. But what happened next took the situation to a whole new level. A few minutes later, the captain stood up, inviting his daughter Yana to take his place in the left seat. Wanting to make it feel like she was flying the plane, the captain made changes to the control modes of the autopilot and then told Yana to hold the yoke. The captain switched from navigation mode, which kept the plane locked onto its planned route, to heading mode. By doing this, he was able to direct the autopilot to gently bank the aircraft to the left, creating the feeling that Yana's hands on the yoke were guiding the turn. For a moment, she believed she was flying the plane herself, though in reality, the autopilot was still in full control. With Yana still holding on, Kudrinsky then commanded a turn back to the right. Once the aircraft intercepted its programmed route, he re-engaged navigation mode, and Flight 593 settled back on course as if nothing had happened. Soon after, the children switched, and the captain's son Eldar sat down in the left seat. His father repeated the same maneuver, commanding the autopilot to make a turn to approximately 15 degrees to the left before turning back to the right. This time, however, things did not go as smoothly.
Can I turn the yoke myself?
Yeah, just watch where you're going. We're turning to the left, so